everyone. I'm Anthony Silva here, and today I'm going to run a brief demonstration of a simple LeetCode problem. This is going to be the first episode of a series of episodes that I'm going to be running, where I'm going to try to solve many different LeetCode problems. Delete this here. I tried recording this video earlier, but apparently I didn't have the microphone on, so hopefully the second time's the charm. So yeah, we're gonna try to solve this problem today. So here's what planning on doing. I'm planning on running through the entire LeetCode 150 problem set with everyone. So we should be able to. I should be able to provide solutions to each of those, as well as get some practice of my own. But hopefully this will be more valuable for you guys. I will try my best. I'm going to be doing my solutions in the Python 3 language here, but if you are interested in a C++ solution, I will be able to try to sort that out for you. Never forget. But today I just thought I chose this problem, not just because it's the first problem in the LeetCode section, but really because I want to introduce you to some of the aspects of technical interviews that I wanted to share with you. So there's 4 different steps that we want to go through. We first want to try to read the problem statement, try to come up with different solutions to the plan, decide on the plan, write out the plan on code, and then test the solution. Now testing part might be a little. It might not be a good step to do on LeetCode just because it already tests the code out for us. But I'm going to try to tell you how you might want to try to test this out. But without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the contains duplicate problem. So we're going to take a moment to read the problem statement real quickly. So given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. All right, seems pretty simple enough. It gives us a few examples here. So input, so we got an array of numbers. The output is a Boolean value. So true in this instance because there looks like there's a 1 in both in 2 different spots of the array. And then example 2, all almost are distinct. We have a 1, 2, 3 to 4 no copies. We output false. Output example 3, there's multiple different instances of every single integer. We just have to return true. We don't even have to worry about what duplicates are. There are some constraints here. So notice the length of the numbers array can get quite large. So this is an important factor to consider when trying to figure out the time complexity of your solution. So if your array could be quite large, well, so look, I think that's 10,000. You do not want to iterate like 10,000 times 10,000 times. Amount of times. So as in nested for loops. I mean, that's just going to be too bad. It's going to time out probably. So we're probably going to aim for an all-event solution, but I'm going to try to describe multiple solutions to you guys. To try to explain to you why the solution I described to you, what you might have saw on the previous example, is just fine. And then notice how significantly negative or significantly positive our numbers can be. This is important to note if you're using a static type language such as C++. So notice that the integer types are basically like 32-bit integers, I think you are. So I don't think they go up this high, honestly. So you might want to consider using long types for integers if you want to use C++ for coding problems. But we're going to be using Python, as I said earlier, so we don't have to worry about how big these numbers are, but just keep that in mind. anyways, let's try this problem out. So we're just going to move on to the planning step, since I believe we probably got a good grasp of the problem already. So we're going to write out our little plan action here. So I'm going to start off by describing a brute force solution, which is obvious but also not great. So let's start by looping through the array once. We're going to use index I, and then we loop through the array again. So you loop through your array for every iteration of this loop right here, basically. So we're going to call this index J. And then we check to see if noms I equals noms J. And a little extra thing here, we start from I plus 1. Just because we don't want to compare the elements that numbers that are in the same index. That might cause problems. So noms I equals noms J. Return true because we found a duplicate. If we make it through this entire for loop, we'll return false. All right. Makes sense, right? It's pretty obvious that this should work, right? But fortunately, this has an O(n squared time complexity because we have the two nested for loops. Not exactly a great solution here. So let's try something different. We're going to try to sort nums first. What this is going to do is turn this array into 1, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to increase in east from left. It's going to increase from left to right, basically. It should make it easier to find duplicates, as I'm going to describe here. So we'll loop through the array once, use index I, and we're actually going to go up to index -2. So that's going to be the second to last element of the array. So really it's n-2. We want to write it as this just because we do have to worry about if the array of nums is 1. The length is nums is 1. So we loop through the array, and then we check to see if an element at index I is equal to the element at the index right next to it. And if we do, we have found a duplicate, so we return true. Otherwise, we just keep moving on, and if we make it through the entire for loop, we just return false. All right? Pretty straightforward again, but since we are using a built-in sort function, which uses more of a divide and conquer approach, we have to say that this is an n log n time complexity solution. Sorting to get another pretty obvious solution. It's a little better than just brute forcing it, but it's still not quite good enough. So let me introduce you to one last solution. Define an empty set. So the solution that we're going to try and implement is to loop through the nums array and add numbers to the set as we go along. If we happen to run into an element that's in the set already, we will have found a duplicate, so this function will have to return true. So let's go start with loop through the array, use index I. We check to see if nums I is in the set. And if it is, we found a duplicate, so we can return true. Otherwise, we will have to add this number to the set. That is to be used for future consideration to compare it to other elements in the array as we traverse through the array. Unless, of course, you loop through the entire array already. So we will return false in this case. This solution has this solution is one of many couple that has the best time complexity. It's an O-event solution. But the space complexity, on the other hand, it has an and space complexity as well, because we have this set that we define here that can have up to all n elements in nums. But we do have the one for loop. We don't have sort, so our time complexity is O-event. So we traded out. So we traded out the save memory for a faster algorithm. Keep this in mind in case you want to have to decide between whether you want your solution to be super fast or have short amount of memory here. We're going to go with this one here, just for the sake. So we're going to start by defining a set here. So num set equals set. And then loop through the array. So we're going to call for num in nums. I can keep looking at the plan as I work through this, just because it does help me a little bit. So we check to see if num is in set, and if we do, we will have found a duplicate, so we return true. Else, we add nums to our set. Please tell me I'll use the right function this time. There we go. And if we make it through the entire for loop, we return false. Now, if you are not using HackerRank or LeetCode or some other testing platform, you will have to write out the solutions yourself, such as you test use something called like contains duplicates. We're going to call the array 1, 2, 3, 1. So going back to this first example here. Test this example out. Make sure it passes. Make sure it passes. You might want to add some extra print statements here just to make sure that you know the actual expected and actual output here for comparison. So make sure you have those extra print statements in hand just for the case of debugging. But anyways, we're going to try to run this real quickly. All right, it looks like it passes. So let's try to submit this. See if all the other hidden cases pass. All right, now see, that's a pretty efficient runtime and memory here. All right, so that's going to be our solution to this problem here. I do want to extend this problem out a little bit. So I'm going to try to give one to test you guys out yourself. So how would we extend this problem out a little bit? Find elements that appear more than twice. How we try to solve this problem here? Take a moment to think about how you might want to solve this problem here. All right, so I'm going to try to explain it here. So I'm not going to try to write out the code for this, but notice, so we can't use sets if if want to try to find elements that appear like 3 or 4 times. Because if you try to append to a set an element to the set that already exists, then nothing would really happen because sets can only take an element once. If we used a map, then this would help. So you would take elements as they come in, just like a set would, and then keep track of their frequency. So like in this if statement here, we would check to see if num is in the num map and it already appeared like twice or 3 times, depending on how many times you have to find an element in the array. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my walkthrough of this problem here. I will try to get to the next problem tomorrow. Uh, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates on LeetCode problems. And if you have any questions about the solutions that I discussed, or if you have any problems that you want me to try out, please leave a message in the comment section below. I've also tried to leave out some similar problems on LeetCode for you to try. I'm going to try later on, just for your extra practice, if that sounds good to you. All right, so thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks. Have a good rest of your day. So long.